Off to a good start, aren't we?
Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. This is the lovely Richard Suggett. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard. Hello, everyone.
We are on the second part of our walk. In part one, we set off from Stopham Bridge and we're heading over to this Motte Bailey Castle, site of in Pulborough in West Sussex. And we've been walking by the River Arun. So check out episode 1. We're now standing beside a very large beech tree that's been cut down. I think maybe partly fallen down.
It would have been huge when that was growing there.
And we're heading off towards the Toat Monument, which is a little further north. Unfortunately, we can't get into the Toat Monument because it's on private land, it's privately owned, but we hopefully can see it. Before all of that, on our little country ramble, we're going to climb up this dirty great big hill beyond us to get to the top and say, "I'm the king of the castle! Get down, you dirty rascal!" Isn't that right?
Sounds good, yeah.
So, yeah, it's a Norman Bailey castle built close after the invasion in 1066. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. Do I need to push you at all? Get you up there? You won't fall back on me, will you?
I'm pretty good at climbing.
Just going to quick look at the stump of this tree. And when I say stump, I mean it's huge. Look at this. See if we can get around here a bit. I'm inside the tree. Yeah, when this was standing, it must have been absolutely, well, it is colossal. Right, this isn't getting us to the top of the mound though.
No, we got a scrabble.
Yeah. Yeah, this may not look like it's difficult to you. Look.
Whose idea was this?
I'm trying to stay upright. Oh God. Come on, you wimp. Wait a minute. I'm going back again. That wasn't on the script. I know it doesn't look much, but it is a height. And if you were an ancient Briton, sorry, a Saxon, an Anglo-Saxon, back in 1066, 67, whenever this was erected, yeah, you'd have a job getting up, and the Normans have just got to sit here and kick you down. Easy.
Yeah.
We're not quite there though yet, are we?
A little bit more to go,
Just
but
a bit.
It looks a bit easier.
Yeah.
But we found the rope, well, there are rope swings that exist now that I mentioned from
when you were a child.
When I was a child.
Yeah.
I don't think these are the same ones.
No, I'm sure
but
people come and put them up. Look, they're just over here, dangling here. But I'm not going to have a go. That looks a very narrow rope. Yeah. Right, come on. Limited time.
Yeah.
Covered in ferns now, which as you can see are all dying back. Some green ferns I've noticed around, but love to see a picture. Do you know if there's any imagery extant of this castle, Richard?
What do you mean?
Is there any woodcuts, any prints, any interpretations of the castle that was here?
Not to my knowledge. I believe I've read somewhere that there is still some parts that exist, but again, I've never found it.
All covered in trees.
Yeah.
Now, and the main bit I think is up there, isn't it?
Yes, that's the highest point. Fortunately, it looks like there's a bit of a path.
Oh yeah.
And I've just seen a dog up there, so there's dog walkers.
When I came before, I have to say, I walked on a different path that just took me up to that very top bit. I didn't climb that ridiculous slope.
Where was the fun in that?
There was no fun, of course. Well, I have to say, That was a hell of a climb.
We made it.
But we've only got that little tiny bit to go, which is what we're going to do now. It's just up here. But I think prior to these trees being here, which must be these fir trees, probably what, 60 to 100 years old, you would have got a good 360 degree view.
Yes.
Yeah, well, let's just make it up to where the tower would have been. Probably a wooden tower as well on the top of the motte.
Yeah, definitely a wooden tower.
Right,
Let's go. Hello.
Well, Mr. Suggett.
Mr. Vobes.
We are the kings of the castle. Here we are. The slope pulls away down there. We're looking south here towards the river, which is behind. You can imagine that this is a perfect spot to put a tower, and I'm guessing, of course, the Normans were just coming in looking for those strategic places. They didn't didn't have time to build up many mounds and things in the perfect places. They just had to make the best of what they could, and this is a brilliant place, isn't it?
It's the highest point in Pulborough, and you can see for miles. If the trees weren't in the way, you'll see for miles. But I know it's strategically placed because just further over there is an old World War II lookout place.
Oh, is there?
We'll go have a look at that in a second.
Oh, lovely.
I'll show you what they could have seen.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, it's just nice to be up here in the motte with whoever was lording it up. Have you got a glass of mead or something for me?
I have at home.
Didn't bring it, did he? Come on then. Lookout post. So, Richard, we're coming out of the woods now.
Yes.
And away from the Motte and Bailey.
We are,
yes. A rather swish-looking house, which is beautifully positioned. And that is terrific, that view over there looking south towards the South Downs. And actually this is the path, this is still part of the way south path, which is what we're aiming to be following.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, so gun emplacement.
We've just got to go a bit further around there, not far.
Okay, I'm not worried.
This gun emplacement is another thing we used to play on as kids.
Oh, I bet. I bet it's great fun. And then if you can look across, you can see a bit more of the River Arun. I don't know whether you can see that. And then on the South Downs, you've got in the far distance Chantonbury Ring. You've got these lovely farm buildings, or houses now, dwellings, which clearly once was a farm building in the foreground. I have to say I'm quite envious actually, Richard. This is such a brilliant place to have had as your childhood playground.
Yes,
play area.
yeah, definitely. It's not until you grow up that you actually appreciate how lucky we were with all this on our doorstep.
And it's hard really for me to picture urban children having the same, well, they can't have the same experience, they just have a very different experience. In fact, when I was bringing out my children, my childhood was on the back of a farm, a derelict farm, and we played a lot on the land there, which actually inspired me to make films and things because of the location. But my children, having been brought up in Worthing in the town, sadly didn't have any of that luxury, and I did feel quite bad that they weren't having the same rural playground that I had.
No, but I think there's something to be said for urban playgrounds as well. It's just a different type of playground.
Yes, I mean clearly you get used to what you know, and you fall in love with things in a different way. I have a sneaky feeling that we're getting close.
We are very close.
And in fact there's a concrete bunker there. That's a gun emplacement. It's not a pillbox or anything.
Well, pillbox, it's called a gun emplacement.
Oh yeah, here we go. So I guess it's does the same sort of purpose.
Yes.
Wow. There's a little sign on the side, but let's before we read any of that, let's go inside. It's quite exciting. Oh wow. I can see Mr. Suggett here, his youthful Mr. Suggett was here with a spray tin, by all accounts. Suzanne, I will always love you. I'm afraid we won't always love Suzanne, but this is rather lovely, isn't it?
Yes, well this was here in the distance, well not in the distance really, the railway station is just there.
Oh, okay.
And there's a bridge just there.
That you can cross.
This was here to protect those.
Right. Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
You can see why the Normans put their castle up around here, because that view, you can see for miles.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is, it's awesome. And we've just got such a lovely day.
Yeah, definitely that's helped us massively.
Now, if we'd brought sandwiches, we could have eaten them, but we didn't. Well, sadly, ladies and gentlemen, come to the end of our second video. Let's get out into the sunshine where we blast everyone with sun. Fantastic landscape. I can see a church in the distance, I can see distant houses, I can see green fields, and I can see a field here of some sort of winter crop of some description.
Turnips.
Turnips to you too, mate. Turnips to you too. Turn it up. We have run out of time, Richard. Sorry
not
about
again.
that. Yeah, we're going to have to join us on the next video, so do that. Where we try and make our way up towards this Toat Monument we keep barking on about. But there is so much to see, en route and explore. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. Get your voice back, Mr. Vobes. And why not think about becoming a patron and support what we do? That would be great. Richard, thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Check out Veg Grower Podcast, of course, which Richard Suggett is responsible for. And that's why he knows his turnips. So, let's crack on, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
We both went different ways.